So you arrived yesterday?
Arrived yesterday.
And what happened to you?
Well, because of the Delta meltdown of their computers.
Now, where'd you come from?
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
And where were you? Where did you arrive to?
Arrived at JFK, sat on the tarmac for a few hours. It was chaos. We were supposed to go into Terminal 2, but we had to be bussed into Terminal 4 because of the computer malfunctions.
Oh, Terminal 4.
Yes, the international terminal. We were waiting for our luggage. I was in the luggage area, and somebody who was waiting for 40 minutes for their luggage came in all irate, screaming and yelling and dropping every name.
A man, right?
A man. And he was asked to stop with his language. Yeah. Asked to stop with his language, and he dropped more language, and then he called the woman behind the counter a racial slur and told her she'd be deported, and that's when I couldn't stand by anymore, and I jumped in. And
the woman was a passenger?
The woman was actually a Delta employee.
And she was wearing?
No, she had an accent. She wasn't wearing anything different. She was wearing her Delta uniform. She just happened to have an accent. And,
did she have brown skin?
Yeah, lighter brown skin, and I'm bad at accents. I couldn't even guess where she was from, so I jumped in.
She just had an accent?
She had an accent. So I jumped in and I told him that I didn't appreciate his tone and his words, and he told me to mind my own business, and I told him that bullying and harassing a fellow human being was my business. And then he flew off the handle and got in my face. And the police were called, and he was escorted from the area. And I got a nice hug from the Delta employee. They were very appreciative, and I think it's very important that we remember that bullies are trying to make us wilt. And once they no longer have that power, they have nothing in the playbook, and they can't handle you pushing back. So that was a good reminder that we need to resist and step in for our fellow humans.
Did you feel at all physically threatened while you were doing this?
No, this gentleman probably was strong, but he was also about 5-6 inches shorter than I was. So he tried to get up in my face, and he was unable to do that because I'm very tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
Okay.
So,
what's your name?
I'm Michelle.
Michelle?
Michelle Trombetta.
Okay.
So I'm here visiting from Minneapolis, but I am a native New Yorker. I'm from Long Island.
So you've got a lot in your DNA. Right?
There's a lot of people. I've been in Minnesota for 17 years, and I still hear she's from New York. Watch out for her.
Also, your picture's in New York Magazine?
Yes, I was in New York Magazine, Sierra Magazine, a French publication, and the Sydney Morning Herald after the Women's March on Washington. I flew in from Minneapolis. I went to school in the DC metro area, so it was like going home, and I needed to be there, and it was an incredible experience. Lots of energy, very peaceful, and the day after I started getting emails and texts from friends who were seeing my picture pop up in publications.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your testimony and for your willing to stand up to a bully.
Oh, my pleasure. I'll do it again.
Do you think that there's going to be a hate crime kind of prosecution with this fellow?
I think he was probably released. I honestly... I don't know what happened after he left. I didn't pay attention.
But the police?
Yeah, they just removed him from the area. I don't know if they, once the immediate threat and everything, and you're so full of adrenaline by that point, and I had been delayed 4 hours, so at that point all I really wanted was my luggage and a sandwich.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.